I am so excited for today's video. It is one of my most requested videos. I haven't done one since 2017. It is time for an All My Dolls video 2020. So without further ado, let's get into all of my American Girl dolls. The first doll in my collection is Lily. Lily isn't an American Girl doll. She is an Our Generation doll. I got her at Target in probably 2008. Around that time, I was pretty young. I got her because I was on this soccer team and my parents told me that if I scored a goal, they would buy me this doll. And spoiler alert, I was motivated and did happen to score a goal that day. And so we went to Target and we bought Lily. I wasn't really a big doll person when I was really little. I wanted Lily really badly because Lily's story is she's a horse girl. She loves horses. She lives on a farm. That was kind of how I was. I saw that Lily liked horses and I wanted her. When I was in around 3rd grade, I had a friend who was obsessed with dolls, and all of a sudden my whole world flipped upside down and I decided that I wanted to be obsessed with dolls too. And so Lily came back out from the closet and I loved her so much, and all I wanted in the world was an American Girl doll to have with Lily, which leads me to my next doll. The next doll I bought was Julie Albright, who is a historical American Girl doll from the 1970s. Continuing on with the story, after about a year of asking for an American Girl doll and constantly playing with Lily every single day, my family finally decided that, hey, maybe she actually does like dolls now. Maybe we should go and get a real American Girl doll. So that summer when I was going into 4th grade, my parents and I drove up to Seattle, Washington, and we wanted to make a big deal out of buying Julie.
The American Girl store.
In Seattle.
Uh-huh. Are you excited, honey?
Yeah. Well, I don't know for sure yet what I'm going to get, but I kind of wrote down a list what I kind of want to get. The Healthy Smile set, the hairbrush, sandal. Prices could be a little off because this is a 2011 magazine. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get Julie.
So we went to an actual store and I got her. I just knew. I saw her and I was like, that's my doll. And I remember when I got her, I constantly brushed her hair the entire time. Like, I was so obsessed with having it super soft. As for Julie herself, she's very sporty. She loves basketball. She's a really big activist. I love this doll so much.
It was really fun, and now we're leaving. It was really fun. No, these are my guns.
The third doll in my collection is my lookalike doll, or she was my lookalike doll at the time. This is Emma, and I got Emma off of eBay actually.
Sammy, what'd you get?
I got an American Girl doll from eBay. Okay, let's see her. This is her. She's here. She's here. My American Girl doll number 22. And there it is. Oh my gosh.
Put her next to you.
Oh, I love her.
What's her name?
She's number 22, but I named her Emma. Yay! Bye!
I was in 4th grade when we got her, and I was so excited to have a doll that looked just like me. Emma has a pretty similar personality to me. She's very musical, loves anything that has to do with the arts and theater and musical instruments. She's also really shy. She's definitely broken out of her shell being on YouTube, but she is very shy, and I used to be very shy too. The next doll is Rose, who is another Our Generation doll. On my 10th birthday, a friend of mine named Alyssa got me this doll, and I couldn't believe it. Like, we were 10 and my friend was buying me a doll. It still kind of blows my mind that she got me a whole doll, so I love you, Alyssa. We're still friends. Hello. This is Buddy. We all know and love Buddy. Anyways, my personality trait for her was glasses. That was her personality. Rose had so many glasses. I had this whole plan that every single day Rose would wear a new pair of glasses. I never successfully completed that goal. She does wear glasses, and currently she's wearing these black ones. She's insanely smart. I would make it very clear that Rose was like 8 and had already graduated high school. The next doll on the list is Caroline Obbett, and she is an 1800s American Girl doll. Quite honestly, I think Caroline could be one of my most favorite dolls in my collection. Can we just talk about her hair? I don't know how I've managed to keep it like this all this time. I do know that I used to do her hair every single day. Very, very passionate about her hair. I also got Caroline for my 10th birthday as well, but from my Nana. So my family was over for my birthday, and there was a box, and it was kind of shaped like an American Girl doll, and I was like, what?
With this
Oh, it has a plug. Oh, you probably buy
My
it.
favorite part.
You know.
Oh,
look at this girl.
That could be. Oh, sissy.
Caroline is an ice skater. I used to ice skate a lot too, so I think a little bit went into that. Also, I know that in the books, Caroline ice skates a little bit too. Like I said, probably one of my favorite dolls. Don't tell the others. The next doll is Samantha Parkington. I got Samantha for Christmas 2014. I was so surprised with her. Another bonus story, Samantha is another really big main reason why I got into American Girl dolls. With my name being Sammy, my name is actually Samantha, but do not call me that. I swear if you call me Samantha, don't even get me started. My name being Samantha, her book was on one of my school shelves and I was like, that's my name. So I decided to read it and I loved her story so much. I didn't realize she was a doll. At the back of the book there was a photo of a doll, but at the time she was retired and I couldn't buy her and I was really, really sad. But then flash forward to when I am into dolls, Samantha came out of the archive and she was available for purchase again. So that Christmas my family jumped on it because they knew how much she meant to me. I love her.
Buddy.
She's so pretty. Wow.
Oh.
She loves climbing trees and exploring. That's Samantha. The next doll I have for you today is Reese. Reese is another Our Generation doll. I got Reese when I was in this 4th grade show at my school. I went to an art school and after the show ended, my family went to Target and I saw a doll. I had my eyes on Reese because she had this cute little suitcase and all these travel accessories and I was like, I'm into that. I like the travel accessories and I like that doll. And so we went to Target and we got Reese and I love her so much. She is very adventurous. She loves to travel and going on vacation. This next doll might look a little bit familiar. This is Olivia and she is actually the same doll. She is twins with Emma. I got Olivia from a friend of mine, Delaney. She knew that I love dolls so much and she decided to give me Olivia. I already had Emma, however, at the time I was so obsessed with twins. Like, I liked the Olsen twins quite a lot. I don't know, so having a doll be twins with Emma was riveting to me. There's not even a question about it. I know which one is Emma and which one's Olivia. The girl who gave me Olivia was a soccer player, so that is what Olivia is. She plays soccer. She gave me a cute little soccer ball too, so she has that. Olivia also really loves nature. So grateful for Delaney giving me this doll. Next up is Natalie. The summer before I was going into 5th grade, I had surgery on my clavicle. My mom and I were in Idaho and my dad was in Missouri in Kansas City doing some work there. So while I was having surgery, my dad was in Kansas City. And if you've been to Kansas City, I'm sure you know that there is an American Girl doll Kansas City store. So I was at home with my broken arm and my dad was at the store. I was extremely jealous, but it was okay because one day a box arrived at my door. There was Natalie and I was so surprised. I was not expecting her at all. One of my biggest reasons of excitement was to play with her on the online American Girl doll website. American Girl used to have this website called Interstar University. It closed down. It's been gone like for forever now. I wanted to play it so badly. Whenever you bought the My American Girl dolls, they had a little card that came with their Interstar University code that you could register online, and Emma did not come with it because I got her on eBay. When I got Natalie, I was like, she's gonna have it. So I got to live out all of my dreams playing Interstar University. It was incredible, and then it closed the week after I got it. I'm still a little bitter. Natalie is an actress and she's pretty self-confident. The next doll is the first boy doll of the bunch. His name is Ben. He was actually my great-grandma's doll and he was at my Nana's house for quite some time, and whenever I would go over to her house, I would bring all of my dolls and I would make them interact with Ben, and they were all best friends with Ben. Until one day, my Nana was like, Sammy, do you want him? Do you want to take him home? And I was beyond thrilled. I was so excited. Ben is kind of like my first doll, Lily. As you can tell, he's pretty country. He's got a cowboy hat and some flannels. He lives on a farm. Well, not really. He lives with me. And I think it's so cool that he was my great-grandma's at one point. The next doll I added to my collection was Nellie. I got Nellie still the summer of my clavicle surgery, and I had saved up some money, and I was looking on Craigslist, and I saw this pretty cheap Nellie O'Malley doll. And my mom was like, yeah, that's so cool. Let's go get her. If you didn't know, Nellie is Samantha Parkington's best friend. American Girl doll used to have a line of best friend dolls. As I mentioned earlier, the Samantha story kind of got me into dolls, and Nellie is a really big part of it. So my mom and I went to this Craigslist lady's house, and we pulled up in the driveway, and she texted us and was like, never mind, I don't want to sell. I was this close to getting Nellie, and I was so sad. No, I will not accept this. We are going to find this doll. So we went on eBay. There's one that we clicked on and we were like, oh, purchase, she's perfect. Then this weird pop-up came up that it wasn't available anymore. So we went and bought another Nellie doll. A few days later, we realized that we actually did buy the original one. Now there were 2 Nellies that were being shipped to my house. But we ended up canceling one of them, and we got this doll.
We just got Nellie, and she's gonna get her presents. This sign was made by Emma and Olivia. Samantha made this for her. It's also from Samantha. It's my mini Nellie doll. I love her. I love her hair.
It was such a fun day when Nellie finally arrived at my house. It felt like I went on a pretty crazy journey to actually get her. So when she finally was in my arms, I could not be happier. The next doll is Rebecca Rubin. Rebecca was another doll that my dad shipped to me while he was in Kansas City. Natalie came to me at the very start of the summer, and Rebecca was towards the very end. Rebecca was always a doll that I really admired because she's an actress, and she had all these super cool little accessories that had to do with filmmaking and directing. And I'm a performer, I do shows, so it was super cool for me to be able to see all these accessories and hear all the stories that Rebecca had. So when I got her, I couldn't wait to have another actress. My parents like to make jokes now that she's not Rebecca anymore and that she's Abby Lee Miller, because I use her in my Dance Mom series. I mean, I do. I still think of her as Rebecca, but my parents do not see her as Rebecca anymore. It's Rebecca, but it's also Abby Lee Miller. This is Kanani Akina, and she was the Girl of the Year 2011. Now, I did not receive Kanani in 2011, but I did get her for Christmas 2015.
Hi. That's really cool.
I don't know how to tell you how obsessed I was with Kanani. When I first got into dolls, I saw Kanani and I was absolutely obsessed with her. I loved her hair. Yeah. I would literally go to school and convince people and debate people about who is the best American Girl doll. And you bet I would say that the best American Girl doll was Kanani. Very passionate about Kanani. So it was a very long time coming. That year I was also really obsessed with the YouTuber Rosanna Pansino. She's a baker on YouTube. She means so much to me. My whole entire world basically revolved around Rosanna Pansino, to put it lightly. And so that Christmas was themed Ro, and I had like posters of Ro up, and I even got tickets to meet her at a book signing. It was really cool because Kanani was dressed like a baker, like Ro, and had Nerdy Nummies glasses on. So like I just mentioned, that Christmas I also received tickets to go to a Rosanna Pansino book signing. That was in Seattle. So my mom and I went up to Seattle that January and went and met Ro. Ro means so much to me. It was such a fun book signing. Of course, while being in Seattle, we had to go to the American Girl doll store. And while we were there, I thought it would be pretty special if I got a doll that looked like Ro and if I named her after her. That way, whenever I would see that doll, I would be able to think of that wonderful day. So this is my doll, Rosanna Pansino. This doll and I have been through quite a lot together, especially when it comes to this YouTube channel. She's in my most popular YouTube video, and not to mention, she is my profile picture. And I've always said for the longest time that Ro is my favorite doll. During my spring break of 2016, a friend asked me if I wanted to go up to Seattle again with her and her family. That friend of mine loved dolls too, so it definitely was on our agenda to go to the American Girl doll store. Mary Ellen Larkin had recently come out, so that is who I bought. This is Mary Ellen, and she is a Be Forever doll. She's from the 50s. Mary Ellen's clothes are some of my favorite Be Forever outfits. It was a really cool experience being able to go with my friend's family to Seattle without my parents. That was such a fun trip, and I love that I was able to go to the Seattle store. Now we have Leah Clark, who was the Girl of the Year 2016. I got her when my family went to California to go to VidCon, but while we were in Anaheim, it was super close to Los Angeles, which is where the American Girl doll store is. So of course, we had to go and visit. That day was so special because LA is one one of the 3 main stores. There's LA, Chicago, and New York. And that was the first time I had ever been to one of the huge American Girl doll stores. While I was there, Leah was the Girl of the Year, so I bought her in her reign as my LA doll. Leah is so gorgeous. She has really, really long hair as well. It's super wavy and pretty. She is an explorer, and she loves adventure. The next doll is Peyton. So in 2016, my family actually ended up moving to Kansas City, Missouri, and for me that was pretty exciting because, you know, there was an AG store there, and that's kind of all I cared about. So when we first got to Kansas City, I saved up and we went to the store and I purchased Peyton. Peyton has cute little freckles. Also, her hair, I love it so much. Peyton is a dancer. She's also super into fashion. She loves pink. The next doll in my collection is a welly wisher. I was so close to the American Girl doll store. They had so many fun events, and I got really close with some of the workers there. Hi Brenda and Joan, if you're watching, I miss you guys a lot. We went to one of the Royals baseball games, and we also went to see Beauty and the Beast at Starlight Theater. After the show, I went into my car, and then my dad was like, hey, go look in the trunk. And I was like, what? And so I went out of the car and I opened the trunk, and there was my very first welly wisher sitting there. So this doll is named Willa. However, I changed her name to Jory because I have a second cousin named Jory who actually looks quite a lot like her. The next doll we have here is Kit Kittredge. One of my best friends had Kit. So Kit has always been around me and I've always loved her. Kit's movie is probably one of my favorite American Girl doll movies. If you don't know Kit's story, she is a writer. She has a cute little typewriting set too. It's adorable. And she lived during the Great Depression. So the next doll I have is Colleen. She's in my video Ro and Miranda Make Slime too. So her and Ro, they're pretty special dolls to me. I went to the Kansas City store one day and I made every single person who worked there help me find the doll. The next doll I have here is Melody. She is a musician, she's a songwriter, and she is a Be Forever doll. I was at the American Girl doll store the day that Melody came out. However, I didn't have enough money that day to buy her. That day that I visited the store was kind of sad. It was the last time I'd be at the Kansas City store because my family was going to be moving back to Idaho. For my birthday, I was so surprised. I got Melody and I was so excited because I was really sad that I didn't have enough money to buy her. So it was super fun when I opened her for my birthday. The next doll I have here is Faith. Faith is another Our Generation doll. My parents and I have always loved thrifting. So one day, my dad and I were at this thrift store and I was going through the toy section, and every now and then there is a lot of Our Generation dolls there. And she was sitting there and she was so destroyed. Her hair was just such a mess. It was cut so badly. And my dad and I, we left. She's an Our Generation doll. She's in really bad quality. We don't need her. It's okay. And I just couldn't stop thinking about her. We realized we should get her. The next day I was able to convince my dad to take me to that Goodwill, and I got her, and she was only $1.30, I believe. She's adorable. I love Faith. The next doll I have is my second welly wisher. This was a Camille doll, I believe is her name, but I changed her name to Bailey. My dad and I actually went and bought her together when Toys R Us was still around. They had a section that was American Girl dolls, so we got her there. It was super exciting getting a second welly wisher because Jory could have a friend. The next doll we have here is Cammie. I actually got Cammie at Toys R Us. I don't know if it was all around, but it was cool having it in Idaho for while it was around because we don't have an AG store. The day I got her, I ended up filming a video with her. Whenever I filmed with her, she was always staring at the camera. Gotten better now, but I decided to name her Cammie because it's like camera and camera. You see what I did there? Cammie's personality is she loves being in the spotlight. She definitely is an actress. She's more of a film actress. She loves the TV and the camera. Wink, wink. I cannot wink. Here we have Tenny Grant. I got her in Scottsdale, Arizona at the American Girl doll store. I was in Arizona with my dad visiting my Uncle Mark. While I was in Arizona, it's always kind of important to stop by the store. And while we were there, I got Tenny. Tenny is a musician. She's super talented. She's a songwriter. She plays the guitar. And also, I love her hair. It's kind of like Caroline's. It basically is Caroline's. Yeah, she's also like very Nashville. Going to the Scottsdale store was so cool. That was actually the very first time I ever got recognized in public. Someone came up to me and asked if I was Smiles AG, and it was really cool. Very special day for me. The next doll we have here is Rachel. At this point in the timeline, I was actually living in Missouri again. However, I did not get Rachel in Kansas City. There was like $50 airline tickets from Branson to Chicago. And so we took a day trip. The very first American Girl doll store, one of the main 3, is in Chicago. So of course we went. That was the most surreal kind of store to be at because it's the original, and I was like, I can't believe I'm actually here. This was in like 2017, by the way. Here we have Nenea. Nenea was the biggest shock for me. I had no idea I was gonna get her. I had been homeschooled the previous years and I was going into 7th grade, public school in Branson. You know, I was nervous. My dad was currently out of town or on some job in Kansas City while I was starting school, and then when he got back, he was like, hey, I have a surprise for you. There was an American Girl doll bag, and I was like, what the heck? And I opened it, and there was Nenea. And she actually had just came out like the day before, so she was really, really new. The next doll is Z Yang. So I was living in Branson, and the Kansas City store is about 3 hours away. And I saved up one day, and for someone who creates YouTube videos, Z being a literal YouTube doll was so cool for me because all of her accessories and pieces were green screens and cameras and stuff that I use for my videos. So I was really, really fascinated by everything that had come out with Z. Also, I don't know if you guys remember this scandal, but American Girl doll had this whole thing where they were like, everyone's losing the doll's underwear, so now we're getting rid of them and they're gonna be permanently sewed in. No one was having that. Everyone was like, what in the world? That is stupid. There were petitions to get rid of the perma panties, and it worked because now they no longer exist, and American Girl doll realized that that is not the quality that they wanted. My girl Z, she has the perma panties. American Girl doll told me that I could give her back and they could give me a new Z that has no perma panties, but I was like, you know, I want it. I want to have that documented with one of my dolls. The next doll in my collection is Hazel. Now, if you go back and watch basically any Q&A video that I did, most of the time people ask, what doll do you want the most? And every single time I got that question, I would say this doll. Every time. I wanted her so badly. So in December, my mom and I were in California. While we were in LA, we stopped by the American Girl doll store. It just was time. I knew it was time to get the doll that I had been saying that I wanted. It was a momentous occasion. I don't know. I just love it. Hazel is a fashionista. She loves fashion. She's always up on the trends. I don't really know if this dress she's currently wearing is quite her style. She's definitely a trendsetter. Whatever she wants to wear, that's what you should be wearing, guys. That was a very fun trip to the LA store. Now we have Gabby, the Girl of the Year 2017. Gabby is another dancer doll, and she also likes writing and writing poems, especially. I got Gabby for Christmas 2017, so right before she was about to retire. Even though she didn't really retire, it was kind of weird. I got her while she was still the Girl of the Year in 2017. I love Gabby all around. She is a very cute doll. The next doll is the Girl of the Year 2018, Luciana Vega. I like to call her Lucy. I'm not gonna lie, I think Lucy is the best Girl of the Year. All of the Girl of the Year's kind of themes started to get a little bit the same, just the same thing every year, and then American Girl was like, no. We have an astronaut this year, and you know, I really appreciated that. Also, her accessories and her sets, like, there's been nothing like it before. I just think it's incredible. The day I got Lucy, I was not expecting it whatsoever. My grandma came over. It was February. It happened to be Valentine's Day. I was minding my own business, just chilling, and my grandma was like, oh, I got you a Valentine's Day present. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet of you, thank you. And I opened it expecting like chocolate or something, and then there was an American Girl doll, and I was like, what? I was so shocked. I was not expecting it at all. It was really great and a very good day for me. Thank you, Grandma, by the way. The next doll I have is JoJo Siwa. If you think back to my first American Girl doll, Julie Albright, she is JoJo Siwa as well. In my Dance Mom series, Julie has always been JoJo. However, Walmart was like, hey, we made a JoJo Siwa doll, and I was like, what? I was shocked because I had my JoJo doll, and then now there was another one, and I was like, oh? Well, I knew I needed her because I was like, I could do a good video with this one, and so I did. JoJo Siwa has a twin. I like that video. It was fun to film. One time I met JoJo. This next American Girl doll I got for my 14th birthday, and it is Logan. When he came out, I feel like the whole world kind of broke because American Girl doll has never made a boy, and then he came out. It was like, hey, and I love the boy dolls that they have released now. Logan is retired now. I'm really, really glad I got him because now my boy doll Ben has a friend. When I got him for my birthday, I was really happy. The next doll that was added to my collection was McKenna. McKenna was the Girl of the Year 2012, and I have always loved her. She's a gymnast. I purchased her on eBay again, and I got her in like medium condition. She was fine, but she could be better. And so I fixed her, and now she's perfect. I love finding dolls and fixing them on eBay. It's always so fun, actually. I've never been the best at doing hair, but with American Girl dolls, I've gotten a lot better. And it's fun going on YouTube and learning. So this is McKenna, and I love her very much. Here we have Blair. Blair was the Girl of the Year 2019, and where I got her was definitely my favorite store I've ever been to. This summer, my mom and I went to New York. It was so fun. I love New York so much. Like, I want to move there. It's my favorite place in the world. I love it. Guys, this is me in 2024 sitting in my New York City apartment. I did it! I did it! The store did not disappoint, and it was the third of the 3 main stores that I went to, so I've successfully been to them all. Hey guys, it's Sammy. So currently we're in New York City, and the American Girl doll store is right there. I got Blair there, probably my favorite American Girl doll style of clothes that they have released ever. Yeah, I love Blair. I'm so grateful that I was able to take my mom and I to New York and that we were able to purchase Blair. Next few dolls I'm going to be showing you, it's a little different. I'm going to be introducing you to them in groups. You'll see what I mean. So these 3 dolls next to me are kind of a work in progress, so that's why I'm going to show them to you all together. So this is a Rebecca doll, but her hair has been cut. A close friend of mine, Carissa, this was her doll, and she gave it to me. I'm so grateful, Carissa. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. I've had this doll ready to fix up at some point. This was a Pleasant Company doll. She was a Girl of Today doll. I actually found her at Goodwill. She's in really good condition for being as old as she is. I might just keep her like this. Stay tuned, we'll see what happens. And here we have another Julie doll. This doll I got a while ago at an auction, and I have used her clearly to be kind of a JoJo Siwa stunt double. I've had some videos where I'm filming JoJo where she sees double, or there's 2 JoJos for some reason. I use this doll right here. I don't really know what I want to do with her. Right now I do use her more than you would think. She has a lot of opportunity for the future. And what's really fun about dolls like this that I have is that they definitely have the opportunity to be giveaway dolls. I have done doll giveaways a few times in the past. So now the next group I'm going to show you was a package of 13 dolls that I received in a large eBay package that was sent to me. I recently posted a video showcasing them all as a group, and I went through and introduced them individually, so if you want a more detailed video of getting to know those dolls, definitely go into the description box down below and watch that video, but I don't have stories that I can tell you about each one. So here they are. This is Marisol, Girl of the Year 2005, Lainey, Girl of the Year 2010, Sage, Girl of the Year 2013, Isabel, Girl of the Year 2014, Nellie O'Malley, Samantha Parkington's best friend, Addie, 1890s historical doll, Molly McIntyre, historical 1930s doll, Emily Bennett, Molly's best friend, Ivy, Julie Albright's best friend. The next 3 dolls are truly me's. I don't know their numbers, but I will include it somewhere on the screen, and they're not quite named yet, but soon. We have this doll, which is the same as my Natalie doll, this beautiful doll too, and this one as well. These are all the dolls that I got in that one box. A lot of them are dolls that I have wanted for so long. I am so excited to have them. I love eBay. Like I said, recently I made a video of me individually going through and showing you these dolls in more depth. So if you'd like to hear that, that video will be in the description. Hey guys, it's Sammy. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you This is my cat. If you did not realize, this video was a part of my new Smiles AG archive series. I have a good collection of old videos like this one you just watched that I filmed a few years ago that I never got around to posting that I want to share with you guys because I really enjoy it and I think they're really fun. I want to share them now. It was really fun for me being able to look back at 2020 me and all of my dolls then. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to this channel to see any future videos like this or any old videos like this. I live in New York City now, so I have a lot of fun New York content planned to come out, and of course some new AG content dropping as well. I wanted to say goodbye and thank you to you guys in real time. I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys!